Hello and welcome in. My name is DrumRollTony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician, and music teacher living in Seattle. So we had a vote on the YouTube community page. I went to my Discord. I went to the video game suggestions section. I grabbed 3 of the most recent ones, threw them on a vote. I was like, you all pick. Seemed like a good idea at the moment, but now I'm like, oh, I don't really have any context to anything. So I apologize for my ignorance. Terraria. I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like there's a green tree logo. I have no clue what it's about. Definitely didn't know it was modded, but you know, with the theme of the channel of like things being a first time listen and just have no context, it kind of fits in, but I just apologize for not knowing anything. But this is Terraria Calamity mod music, raw unfiltered Calamity theme of Calamitas. So Terraria stuff. Here we go. Cool. I like the opening. The string theme was cool. We got kind of this like digital DAW feeling going on. The guitar that came and dropped in with the drums. It's definitely fun. Let's keep going here. Ooh, I like the chord progression. Ah, yeah. Da 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 da. That's fun. Yeah, that's a winner right there. We're only 43 seconds in. I already like it though. That's definitely fun. It has that kind of throwback Zelda vibe with the dee 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 dee. You get your ostinato going and then weave your melody through on top of that. You can't lose. That's a good time. Little variation second time through. Bum da da. Cool. Okay. What is this written in, I wonder? That's fun. You almost get like a jungle kind of breakbeat going on there. I dig this. Little flanger-esque effect on it. On the drum part, that is. That's super fun. Fun bass drum part there. Oh, little suspension resolution there in the background of the chord. That was fun. Okay, I like the evolution from whatever the kick drum was to big fat as we have this big expansive melody happening, and then of course into which would inevitably be your double kick kind of thrash section into stop time hits. And this big chord that kind of resolved, and there's like little nuances of inner voices. I'm having a hard time. I love this headset for the most part. Pros and cons. Sometimes, I don't know, like the highs are so powerful and I lose mids here and there. So the experience I was just getting, I felt like there were some mids tucked away that potentially were some cool voice leading components that maybe are louder in other headset experiences. Or if you're sitting in front of like studio speakers, maybe, but maybe not. I'm not totally sure. Let's go back about 10 and let's keep going. Definitely a journey so far. What I would love from you is like, any kind of context to like what is happening in the game with this, you know, because the title's kind of wild, like raw, unfiltered Calamity, theme of Calamitas. Like It's pretty like epic sounding. So just give me something, please, and thank you. I can hear that. Yeah, it's back there. It's tucked away. Oh, I like the tone of that simulated bass. Oh, the chord progression. Gorgeous. Powerful, dominant right-hand synth part. Ooh. Dynamic. Great use of dynamics. Oh, we're going back for that. That was sexy as fuck. Okay, that was really cool. We had that, like, we hit the timpani, everything kind of caves away, and then we come and bring it back. A really delayed, not quite a forte piano, but you still achieve the same effect. A forte piano is just basically where you hit at a very loud dynamic and you immediately go to a very small dynamic and then bring it back. This kind of achieved that over a much a longer space of, but you know, it's the same effect though. There was no bass in that downbeat though. That's cool. Of course, we get it back here. Choir components come in. Guitar rejoins us. Fills in all those gaps. Feels very kind of hero-like. It's also kind of interesting. The instrument that cuts the most is the kick drum. Like you can really feel like it's not a real drum, obviously, but what am I trying to say? You can feel what the sound of that pedal sounds like against the head, if the bass drum head, if that makes sense. Very present, at least in my mix. Cool. Back to our ensemble hits. Some variety that time, though. Ooh. Stanky chords. Stanky in a good way. This feels a little familiar. Now we are at the 4 minute and 33 seconds here, but if it loops, I apologize. Like if we get in here and you're like, yeah, dude, we already heard all this. I don't know, because sometimes game music does that, but I don't want to stop though because there could potentially be, you know, a lot different. So I don't know. That sounds so good though. Man, those mid-ranges are buried for me. I can hear them. It's like they're behind a like third wall of just the layering so far away. Feels like a loop. It's fun to listen to though. But you know what though? Last time we had that, did we have the like tonal triangle, like metallic sounds with the bass drum though? I don't remember that. In reality, we probably did, but you know, I practice active listening all the time, but still, I mean, I'm gonna miss stuff all the time. It's very, very difficult to hear everything on a first listen, but I definitely didn't notice it. It sounds pretty sick. I'll tell you when it comes in. Oh yeah, dude, that's cool. It kind of gives each of those kick drums almost more of a melodic presence, just besides giving the rhythmic foundations there. Yeah, so we're in it. So I guess things that we can talk about that are different that we didn't talk about the first time is kind of like if we go back about 20 seconds here, you can listen to the chord structure. Let's see, it's 558. If we go to like 538, just listen to how the chords are moving within the synth lines here. That communicates so much, right? We're basically just building and we're ascending within the sequence, but the voice leading, meaning how we fill out those chords, the notes that are selected to play them, it's really important because the result, the recipe that they chose, we get this. Now, that's almost like dumb to say, like, yeah, well, obviously, dude, like that's what's in the music. But you have to remember everything we listen to in any piece is an artistic choice that someone made when they were either real-time composing it or they're sitting down and going back many times and restructuring things. I don't know the composer. I don't know their compositional methods. Everyone has, structure and the way they do stuff. But all variants of it, unless you're like some AI copy and paste, like, I need a chord progression. You drag and drop. Yeah, you have no fucking clue what you're doing. But other than that, it's all some kind of art form of like, what are the choices you're going to make to take the listener from point A to point B or B to C, wherever you're at within the progression. So I guess the whole reason we're talking about it is because we're inside the loop right now. So what are different things that we can listen to make sure that we're still learning and experiencing and appreciating what the composer had to give us? Because it's not a one and done type of thing. Music never is a one and done type of thing. And those of you that are like fans of music more than just, like, oh yeah, it's whatever, you put it on, you're doing something else. Once you start to like, kind of like print with it, you're like, oh, whoa, okay, there's all this other stuff going on. And try to put yourself in the mind place of whoever created it, because it's all their ideas and what do they want you to experience other than just the fact that it's for a game, right? Like music is not that simple. Someone makes a game and they hire, an art team to do several types of art team, whether it's graphic art, the art of music, etc., animation, whatever. They're building a game and you're giving life to characters and a storyline and an experience for you, the gamer. It's all combined. But we're just talking about the music. We need to think about what did this person have in their mind to like really take you there. And you can nerd out on that if you want. You don't have to. But once you start doing, once that door is open, that door doesn't close. So I'm just letting you know, like, if you want to go down and have that kind of journey, it's cool. And songs like this are perfect for it because it's pretty easy to be like, oh fuck it, it's just a loop, whatever. I skip. Don't skip. Find out what you can see the second time that you didn't see the first time. For me, it was kind of the random, you could hear like random ride cymbal hits in there. That was like, that's an interesting choice, but it's there within that bass drum figure. Boom, ba. Do you hear that dissonance and the resolve there? The cool part is we didn't get ba da 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 da. We didn't get one of those, which is nice because that's like overused. So that's 636. Let's go back to like 626. Listen to that inside. There, it's so fucking muddy though. It's hard to hear the inside voices there on where the chord's going. But we hit a really nice dissonance. Dissonance meaning there's just a little tension away. The notes are ringing. There's consonance and dissonance, and we won't get into any deeper than that because it'll get. You might be like, I don't care. Right here. Oh, it sounds killer, man. That's badass. So you can vibe on stuff like that, you know? And then I just can't help when we get back to this section. Wow, 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 wow. That's a really cool, like, really, for me, like, that's the kind of bass I like. I mean, the bass sitting back behind me, the Warwick there, I played that bass. It's 2024, almost 20 years, because that bass had everything that I wanted. You know, I use it primarily more in like jazz settings because it has such more of a nasally, mid-range articulation to it. And it doesn't work for everything, but for the types of gigs I was playing, especially when I was out doing the ship gig, like it worked because primarily I needed mainly a jazz sound / more of a production show type of sound. And I didn't want to fly with like more than one bass. So I was like, this is going to do for me. Anyway, that's kind of like not really mattering. But the point is, we're in the loop. We're looking for other stuff to listen to. We don't really know what program was used to score this, but it's really cool how great this fake bass sounds, you know, against this piano sound. Then it cuts out, and then it really comes. Sorry, I talked over it. I apologize, but the way it just drops and comes back is very interesting. I think the most interesting part here is the use of cymbal and timpani against the synth, and then all these arpeggios that are kind of like flying by at like not like light speed, but it's pretty brisk. It's not ridiculous, but it gives us a tone and texture that was not present at all in any of the previous parts of the track. So that's pretty cool. Oh, actually, they're just moving. Is this that first one? We got that, so I just assumed it was still pushing that speed. It's not. And there's that part again that we already talked about. Oh, I didn't notice the hi-hat. So it's kind of interesting. We're 7:29 in, and when we get the second time of the chorus part there, not a chorus of a song, but meaning like what we're simulating, like voice, like choir, that kind of chorus. It's interesting how much we have such more of a tonal experience, at least for me. I don't know why it is that way. Anytime I have this happening, and we have all these other components that we're listening to, but suddenly, you know, a mass of voices or a simulated mass of voices, because within the context, right, like all the other instruments are fake, so it kind of makes sense that we have fake voices. The ooh-ah sound, you know, obviously synthetic, not real. But within the context, you know what it is, though. It really is kind of the perfect blend of everything, because all the components we discussed are kind of there. It's loud, dynamically speaking. It's very present. It's round. I've got the volume cranked as well, so I'm kind of blowing myself out here. But there's a lot going on there. Nothing's complicated musically, but as far as like scoring it from like bottom to top, it's a full sound. So you kind of take all those textures, and it's very rich, and you put them all there for the listener to experience. There's our lick from the beginning, setting us back up. And I assume within the context of the game, you know, it makes more sense. And there we go. I'm afraid to fade it just in case there's a variant, you know? That's so great, though. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, hopefully you stuck with me to the end, and we had basically 2 listens, and I felt like we talked about like a couple different things, and you know, it was cool. So let me know what you think, and sorry about that. And you know, like I said previously, any context would be greatly appreciated, just so you know. And am I missing out? Is this a game I need to fire up at some point? Or there's so many titles, man. Like, I've been a gamer forever, but you get into habits. You get in a lane and it's hard to get out. Anyway, that was fun, but let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch. You can find a link for all the socials down in the video description below. Please and thank you. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next video. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these 2 videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.